Hey there, boys, girls, and squirrels. My name is Modstab, and welcome to a special adventure, a special video just for you guys. But there's something that I had to talk about that I just needed to get off my chest. So, we're gonna turn around and reveal what one of my buddies and I have been kind of working on the last couple days. But to preface this, recording is a pain in the glutes, okay? That's all you're gonna get. Anyways, look at that! For those of you that have been following our Satisfactory Let's Play, you know that this is crazy departure from what we had previously. So we're actually gonna go ahead and we're gonna start over here to the left. Look at how big this is. I just love it. And yes, I know we can put pillars down, but what I want to do is wait till we get to the full expansion of what we're looking to do. Then we can put pillars down and make it look a little bit more official. But over here to the left, we have a garage where we have a glorious vehicle parked in it. And as you can tell, it's kind of all encased. I know, we've been doing a lot of work. We have the smelting stuff right down here. Actually, where I'm standing right now is where our hub used to be, but we changed that as well. So we got a bunch of smelters going on. They're feeding all these iron ingots to here. Iron ingots are going up this into a crafting room, which we'll get to later. But I wanted to design something that looked kind of cool, that used some of the natural landscape. So we have the brick back here. It's kind of closed off there. I'm thinking about potentially putting maybe something, I'm not sure. It's closed off for now, but we have this exposure to the outdoors, kind of like a porch or a patio, and then straight into the actual building itself. Now, I could argue and probably fill this in, but I just like how it looks walking into this. So essentially what the struggle has been the last handful of days, and that's all how it has been. I'm more excited about that, so we'll get to that. I might not be able to talk until we get to that last portion. But long story short, we can either go up that tower or up this tower to get to the next level of our build. But if you guys have been following this channel at all, the last couple of videos have been a little weird because they've been changing qualities and resolutions and clarities up and down all day, and it's been a frustrating endeavor. So since we're talking frustration, I'm gonna go into the power room. Actually, we're gonna go from this one because I like the entrance over here better. We're gonna go into the power room where we feed all the coal into our coal generators to provide power for our giant factory. We have a ton of these guys running, producing a lot of power for our build. And once we get to the next upgrade, which I think you can see in the top right up there, we have oil processing as our next milestone. We'll just replace all the coal stuff and put the oil stuff in there because it'll be slightly more efficient. But these things are so fuel efficient that essentially you could just go to your heart's content and never have to worry about it. And we'll just walk down this way just to kind of give you an idea of what's going on. We have not changed the coal miner or that production over there, but we do have a small little room up this way, and I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna be kind of silly and jump around. That's rad. To show you how that looks. So we have it on a splitter for reasons you will soon see, but that's the original kind of runway. We haven't changed that at all. We just have it put in the splitter, so we have one going off into the energy room and then one going over. Oh, I forgot about this. Maybe we started a roof. I don't remember. But this is, once again, that just goes straight down into the garage, so there's nothing fanciful or special there. Oh, shooby-doo-bah. So you come down this way, jump over here because I have to, and we come back down here, and you can see that coal is being put into, what is this? A foundry, making steel ingots. And we also have the same thing going on with one of our iron miners as well. I love the smoke from the downstairs smelters. It just makes it feel so industrial in here, and it's kind of a smelting, like kind of forgey. I don't know. It just makes me feel good. But we have this guy coming from down there into this building, and we have a giant steel production going on. Now, we need to kind of optimize this a little bit because we're maximizing on our steel potential, and it's fast. Like, it is very fast. It's impressively fast how we got that going. Then we'll come up into the crafting room here. Anyways, the quality of my videos have been jumping up and down to come back and explain here before I go into the room, just so that way I stop cutting in, cutting out. It's been frustrating. So my NVIDIA Shadowplay wasn't recording, which is what I pretty much use exclusively to record all the gameplay, because I just find that it works the easiest. It's one of the smoother ones out there. It doesn't require me to necessarily have a dedicated capture card as long as I have a decent graphics card, but it was not working at all. I couldn't get it to work. So I tried OBS, I tried Elgato, like their HD60, because I had one of those on hand, just to see which one works better. Elgato, I could not, for the life of me, get the audio to play out of my headphones and the Elgato device at the same time so that it would record audio. I changed settings. I downloaded stereo drivers. I mean, I did the works, okay? It just wasn't cooperating with me, and so I just got frustrated. Tried OBS. Worked well. I tried it initially to test how it would work with live streaming, and it did okay. I got a couple of bits here and there, and then rendering it in stereo audio, so it was only playing out of my left channel for the microphone, so it wasn't stereo. That was kind of frustrating, so I had to downsample it. First couple videos I didn't notice that. The second or third video in with OBS I did notice that, but it got to a point where it started, if a video was too long, it would just start to crash and get really jittery and play as if it were like 24 frames per second instead of like 60, which I kind of pride myself on being able to do. So that's been the update so far, and we'll go through the processing for you there after I kind of explain this region. But we have the crafting room. We have 3 on each side doing these iron bars, and 2 on each side doing iron plates. Now I have taken a lot of these so that I can craft and get things up to date for you guys, so we're not just kind of setting off into the nowhere land. And just to prove that I haven't messed with anything over here, first and foremost, I love this overgrown area. I'll probably just leave this as is because I think it looks cool. Copper mine, it's originally what it is. We still have it going into the, over here, into a smelter and then to a crafter, making copper wire, and then copper wire is being separated into cables. That way we can handle our power situation. And I just love how neat and tidy everything looks. Oops, gonna take damage. I'm gonna eat my bacon. All right, just like real life, only two pieces of bacon and you are full health. Anyways, so this is actually what I've been working on while Jared was being a crazy man and making everything super efficient and productive. I was building pretty things. Now, building at an angle is a flipping disaster, as you guys can tell. It's horrible. It's the most frustrating thing ever. So I didn't want to get rid of this staircase that we had here because it was a lot of work that I didn't want to redo, because I would have to redo all of that as well, which I did cap. But we have a secondary area in over here. We'll probably leave it all natural, but it kind of comes down into the earth, and I love the feel that that gives. It makes it feel so adventurous. And we're just going to go down here very quickly. We're not going to do anything fancy. Eventually, we're going to put one of those bouncy dudes down, but I just capped it off here, so it kind of has that tunnel and has that window view where you can look down at everything. And let's go back up here. Now, my pride and joy, as you guys can tell, we moved the space elevator. That has been my pride and joy, and that was just a lot of fun to build. I wanted to have this idea of like an observatory, but that building being inlaid into the floor. So kind of like you have floor comes down, floor flattens out, then space elevator, which you guys will see here in a second. It was one of my favorite kind of things I did as crafting. But getting things on the same level while building diagonal is a disaster. But we made it happen. Anyways, so you have kind of these ramps that come out, and I'll explain what these are for in a minute. But then the space elevator comes here. So it's off in its own. It's not taking off a giant top of the land there. It's not being obnoxious. And we put walls here to kind of lead down into that region. That way we can get to... Ooh, I forgot. I forgave you. I'm sorry. Can I put it down any further? Nah, we're just going to go for the gusto. I don't know what the issue is there. No, that's driving me nuts. Driving me bonkers. Okay. What did we do to change that? What can we do to change that? Hello, friend. Hello, friend. All right, we got this, darn it. I ain't going to settle for this. What the poop, son? What the poopage? That was real dangerous. All right, we're gonna get... Oh! I almost hit the wrong area. That would have been a gloriously bad disaster. So what did I do here? How did I get that? What? I got this on a weird, awkward, like, half angle. What the Funyuns? You know what? That's what I'm going to do to fix it. You know what? Don't care. Living the dream. Oh, well, I forgive myself. I don't know why it was on that half level. I don't know how I did. So we have this guy coming this way, and this guy going out that way. Maybe you guys have a hand with all this fancy staircase stuff you see off in the distance. But this is my pride and joy. So we have surrounding the whole area here, just windows because it looks fancy. But we have tier 3 belts. Why? because that lets us travel very quickly down this creative path. Now, I wanted to have the feel of an observatory, which I think I accomplished. Beautiful landscape. But to continue my story while we're kind of traveling to, we'll probably go up there first. To continue my story about my woes and horribleness as a recording situation, I had reset my computer. I downloaded new drivers and everything like that. I just could not get my Shadowplay to work. It was the most frustrating endeavor I have ever dealt with. And I couldn't get it to work, so I got frustrated. And I spent all today, which is why I don't have a Banished video coming out. I spent all of today troubleshooting, trying to figure out what the heck happened. And we get up here. There's nothing here yet because I haven't built anything, but I just wanted to get that feel of like, just being up on the rock, being able to oversee everything. I'll probably put like a small observatory, make it look fancy and angular and all that kind of thing. And then build up to there, which will have like a second tiered level. So it's just fun. It's just fun. But that's that. Now, to travel back down and continue our story, which will also lead us to the original reason I made this giant death trap in the first place. But I troubleshot everything. I couldn't get it to work. And finally, I uninstalled everything. I went full rage mode and I said, I'm done. I'm uninstalling everything. And then I reinstalled everything. And for whatever reason, my NVIDIA Shadowplay was stuck to a point where it was not on the most recent of versions, and so it wouldn't let the in-game overlay work no matter what you did. And so after uninstalling it and reinstalling it, it bypassed that little glitch where it wasn't working properly, and then I'm now able to use Shadowplay to do everything. So we should be back in business. It should be nice, crisp, and smooth. It just makes me feel real good. Now we're getting up to the original reason why I built it. So as I was building the space elevator, I saw this in the distance. I was like, man, just being able to come up in between these two rocks would be absolutely amazing. And what I'm thinking is probably casing. Like, for instance, I think what we can do is probably, do I want that to be? Yeah. We'll plop it there and here so that we can put down these guys and just make it look beautiful. Now, you guys know me. I am super, super picky about how I want things to look. So I'm going to put that over 7 here. I want it to look as if it's intentional. And I know it's a little tiny detail. Nobody will actually notice unless they're paying attention, but I will. And so I'm coming back up here. That way we can look back over our creation. And I'm thinking about kind of having that done all the way down the board here. I'm not sure what I want to do on this side yet, and so I'm not going to actually destroy things quite yet. But it was just so beautiful up here, and it's so serene and glitchy because I'm assuming they didn't design it so that you get up on these top buildings and just chill and hang out. But imagine just coming over here, a couple lawn chairs, sitting out during summertime, just getting your tan on with friends, and just like all these beautiful like leaves and flower textures and rocks just off into nowhere land, just chilling off, looking at all the sun, all the beautiful things that the sunset covers. It's beautiful, and it makes me so happy. Now we get back on, which brings me back to the serene feeling and the original reason I started recording. Shadowplay. Because it was free, it was great, it was one of those things where I figured, you know what, let's give it a shot, let's try it, I have this thing, let's use it. And so I got into recording, and I enjoy it. I thoroughly enjoy it. It's just a lot of fun experiencing things with you. Now, the one flaw I will say I have as a recorder is this exact thing. Like, Jared and I were just going to redesign that main factory, get us up and running so we were efficient, and so we weren't wasting a bunch of time with all these clumpy, gross-looking textures. And we got carried away. We got so... Okay, I don't know why it was doing that. Oh, it's doing that weird, like, shaky thing. That kind of drives me a little bonkers. I've been talking, so I haven't been paying attention. Anyways, we just wanted to reorganize it, make it a little more efficient, make it look more organized. That way, if somebody were to, let's say, not have started on the server, they'd be able to walk right into it, follow where the escalators go, and kind of get a feel for the land. And they wouldn't even have to know where anything is, and they'd be able to follow it, get all the crafting materials, and be done. That was kind of our goal. Not that we intend on necessarily having a bunch of friends on, but if we do, if we have a friend that comes on, why not set it in such a way where they can enjoy the game as well? And that was kind of our goal, and then we got out of hand in a good way, but I wasn't recording because I was so chill and composed in the idea of I just want to relax. I just want to chill with my friends, But that's why I started recording in the first place. That's why this channel is made, is because I want to just chill with friends and have a good old time. And that's my bad. But we did things. I'm glad I could at the very least show you our progress. Now, I do make a promise from here, is we won't, and I should preface this, we did not make any progress in regards to any new unlocks or new buildings or things like that. All we did was organize and make it look pretty. So we didn't technically make progress, but there's a lot of stuff we did off camera that you guys didn't see. We're talking like hours of work rearranging. Basically, we started from ground up, deleted everything, rebuilt it so we had this factory. So it was probably kind of a boring endeavor, but now we're so organized and we look so beautiful. And it's just, it makes me feel good inside. I got the warm and tinglies, all right? Yeah. Thank you guys so much for all your love and support. As always, remember that we get 100 subscribers, we're doing a giveaway for you guys because we love it. We always want to give back to you, the people who support us and give us tips and tricks and likes and comments and all that kind of stuff. So we just want to say thank you so much for all that and all the support. This was a special little video because I'm now no longer frustrated. I was able to vent, get it all on the floor. Yeah. All right. So we're good. I'm getting rambly because when I like release tension or release pressure, I just kind of ramble. I just say the first thing on my mind. So I'm getting rambly and I apologize for that. But thank you guys so much for joining me in this journey. Remember, liking, commenting, and subscribing are all great tools for you to get in touch with me. Let me know what you liked, didn't like, and what you want to see next. Now, hit that subscribe, hit that bell notification icon, share it with all your friends, and have them do the same thing. That way we can all have fun together. That's right. We can all have fun together. I love you guys, and we will see you next time. Toodles!